Okay, welcome back to the Orminators. I am Chris Orr of the Orminators, and um, I thought I'd bring a little bit of different news to the table here because at the IGN summer gaming event, which they're doing virtually this year, Arcade1Up made some announcements today. Some anticipated cabinets, so some of them that were guessed on. The one that was actually kind of a big surprise, and the one kind of the lead for this whole thing is that, unlike some of the games that they were thinking of, they actually were able to get the license for Miss Pac-Man. Some people on YouTube had talked about it and made some guesses, and some people thought, oh, it would be nice if we had a Miss Pac-Man cabinet. Well, it turns out that they were able to actually get the license for it, and so it's going to be coming out. The cabinet is gorgeous. I'll put a screenshot up of it here. It also comes with Pac-Mania, Pac-Man Plus, Galaxian, and Scott of Arcade1Up actually, when I looked at the screenshot on the Arcade1Up once they finally posted it up there. Dig Dug wasn't on there, but during the live interview on IGN, he mentioned Dig Dug, which is cool. If Dig Dug makes it into the final version that comes out, I would be pretty happy. Wasn't actually thinking about. Getting Miss Pac-Man, mainly because it also comes with Pac-Mania and Pac-Man Plus, and I've got the 40th edition, Pac-Man edition, which also comes with the same games. And I've already got the Galaga, Jesus, whatever people who thumb me down for mispronouncing it. It also comes with Galaxian. So with those three games plus Miss Pac-Man, I've got pretty much all of those other ones, but Dig Dug would be something new. So Miss Pac-Man combined with Dig Dug might make that cabinet worth it to me. But it is interesting that Miss Pac-Man is one of the main ones that is coming out there. They also announced Big Buck Hunter Pro, which most people had already guessed on just from the shape of the cabinet, even with the silhouette and some of the previews. And it comes with all the different versions of Big Buck Hunter, Big Buck World, Big Buck Hunter Open Season, as well as Outback. So you get the four games, light gun with an LCD screen. So it'll be really interesting to see how they pulled that one off without a CRT screen. Secret sauce, I guess, is in there somewhere. I was actually hoping for more something like a Ghost Hunter or House of the Dead, maybe Terminator, one of those sort of fast action sort of militaristic rifle light gun shooting games. As opposed to Big Bug Hunter. So that may or may not be a little bit lower on my list given some of the other ones that they've announced. Because they've also announced Marvel Pinball, which apparently is going to have 10 different games on there. He did not make any statements as to which games were going to be on that particular cabinet, but 10 different games in the library on that particular machine. So I guess we'll have some fun over the next few months, trying to figure out what games might appear on that. It's going to have nudge detection, haptic feedback, so it actually feels like you're playing a pinball game. It'll and you can tilt the machine, that whole bit there. And he kind of let slip that the price point will probably be around $600. It is a 3/4 size arcade machine, but so it'll be interesting because the legs are going to have to be pretty long in order for it to be up high enough for us to be able to play the game without either sitting down or crouching. But at the same time, it would be pretty top heavy at that point too. So it'd be kind of interesting to see how they're going to pull that one off. Playability by adults, I think, is going to be the big key, and I don't think a riser would be it because you'd have a gigantic riser. The box itself would be massive from that standpoint. But that is definitely towards the top of the list. And then finally, the fourth cabinet that they announced there was XMen versus Street Fighter. So again, this is a kind of a cool game in that this one's much more head-to-head. So all the other fighting games that they've gotten so far are more side-scrollers, cooperative sort of games. Whereas X-Men vs. Street Fighter is definitely a Street Fighter type of game where you're actually competing against either the computer or you're competing against, a friend of yours that could be going up against you. Now that cabinet is also going to have X-Men: Children of the Atom, X-Men: Mutant Apocalypse, and Marvel vs. Capcom. So you're going to have all of those characters as well that you'll be able to kind of fight against, and all the different fighting techniques and everything else that you might be knowledgeable of from the old days. You'll be able to use in these particular cabinets. So there you go. Those are the announcements. Now the tentative release date for all of these. He says it's going to be fall 2020, somewhere in the October-November timeframe. So I guess they're going to be gearing up for a Christmas sort of, for the Christmas rush, if you will. There will be some pre-releases or pre-orders that you'll be able to do. So that'll be good. I'm probably going to be taking advantage of that. So I'll be saving my money over the next few months. If I was going to put them in order of the ones that I am actually most interested in, it would probably go with the Marvel Pinball at the top of the list, followed by the X-Men versus Street Fighter, followed by Miss Pacman, followed by Big Buck Hunter. Mainly because, again, it wasn't the shooting game that I would have preferred. It is a shooting game, so ultimately, I guess eventually I might, once they get the bugs worked out for the shooting games, and they start building different ones. Now that once they've got the technology all worked out, and they've established the market for that kind of game, I'll be waiting for the for more of those shooting games. Like again, like I said, I would be more interested in like a Terminator or even Area 51. Area 51 would make a great light gun game to have, or any of those other sort of House of the Dead or zombie killing games that use a light gun, or Ghost Hunter again. I really liked playing that in the arcade as well as on the console. So those will be some definite games that I'll be interested in. But because it's Big Buck Hunter, I'm not a big fan of the hunting games and things like that. I probably would put that at the bottom of the list. I've got 2, maybe 3 other cabinets that I would probably get first. So there it is. That's the announcement. Breaking news as of 4:00 on Pacific Standard Time on the West Coast here from the IGN Gaming Network, or the IGN Summer Gaming Event. And yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. What cabinets would you have liked to have seen? What cabinets would you prefer? Which ones would you buy versus any of the others on this? And we didn't get our driving game. We got the shooting game. And the big surprise was Miss Pacman. So thank you very much for watching this video. And I look forward to hearing from you guys, see what you guys happen to think about the cabinets that were announced and what cabinets you would like to see in the future from Arcade1Up. Arcade1Up. Jesus, I can't even pronounce that correctly. All right, thanks for watching.